and welcome back to your favorite channel, which is my channel for lockdown positivity. I hope you're well and keeping indoors in this, what is week 1 now of lockdown 2.0. And I hope you're not only keeping safe but also sane, which is why I'm really doing this channel as well. Today I want to talk to you about one of my very favorite subjects of ever, which is the one of magazines. I love magazines. I'm a magazine hoarder a little bit. I love them, and I think it is a shame that this tradition has kind of fallen asleep a little bit, that people are not really buying as many magazines anymore as they used to. And I understand why. I understand that obviously getting anything on an app right now, or everything, you know, via the free Wi-Fi is quicker, and it's obviously free, which is what everyone wants these days, including myself. But especially now, so during lockdown, especially now, I would recommend you to have a little look about what is out there in the newsstand. Try to obviously everyone has a hobby, so I assure you there will be a magazine that you will absolutely fall in love with. I assure you this. It's just a matter of having a little bit of time and looking through them. But I'm going to go and talk about which sort of magazines are out there and to inspire you in a little bit. Before that, I wanted to tell you why I think it's important to adopt this old-fashioned tradition that we used to have, you know, up to 10 years ago. Now it has come down, as I say, but up to 10 years ago, it was something like everyone would buy magazines, and it would be the cool thing to do. But I also want to kind of help you bring this beautiful tradition back, because right now is a moment in which we can really benefit from magazines. Obviously, because we can't go out, right? So we have the time, as I said in one of my previous videos, that we now have the time to do these little beautiful traditions. And also because let me just go with you through the day. So most of you, like myself, probably work from home and are most of the day in front of the screen. And then I ask you, when you finish working, what do? Do you know, after doing dinner and eating dinner, do you then go and watch TV, or do you watch something on your iPad, something on your iPhone maybe? Basically, we don't stop with screen time viewing. And if you really if you don't believe me, I mean, there is an app, right, which is incorporated into all of our phones, and you can see how much screen time you actually spend during the day, which is scary to check. So instead of doing that, instead of after work going back to wherever you were probably working, and I am aware that there are many people whose home office is in the same space as is their lounge or maybe their bedroom, so it becomes a little bit difficult to distinguish both different aspects of life, which is the private and obviously the professional life. They kind of merge together a little bit, and we find it more difficult to zone out from the office day and start with your day, right? With your more fun day than the office day. So in order to achieve a little bit of a separation, as I say, I invite you to have a little ponder about which magazines are out there, and then acquire a magazine in your next allowed weekly shopping. And get the magazine, and then after work or after dinner, choose a little space in your flat or in your house or wherever you're living. Choose a little space and get a beverage, your favorite beverage, a snack or something to drink, you know, hot or cold. I mean, soon enough it will be mulled wine maybe. And sit down and take this magazine in. You know, read it, flick through it, depending on how much you really, you know, your concentration levels or your tiredness is there. Flick through it and just relax, enjoy it. And the benefit of it is that it becomes a conscious action. You're choosing to take this moment for yourself, to sit somewhere that you like and try to make it your favorite spot of where you live. Sit there and enjoy it, and you'll see that because of this conscious action of using this time only for yourself, because you're reading for yourself of something that is of your interest, it will become something of delight, and it will become something that you will want to continue doing. And just this little bit, be it, you know, 20 minutes or 10 minutes, or maybe if you have the time it becomes an hour. And maybe further on, it becomes an entire evening, and you will completely zone out from the screen time, which would be amazing, really. I mean, that would be the target, right? Although we do sometimes obviously need to check our phones or so on. But I mean, my friends won't be happy to hear this, but my telephone is on silence after, I think it's after 7 p.m. So anyone who isn't in my VIP contact won't hear of me until the next day. Anyway, so the purpose of sitting down and reading a magazine and enjoying this moment is will give you such satisfaction and such pleasure that it will end your day in a very positive note, because you will have actually enjoyed it, rather than reading, you know, maybe even the same article or or something about the same writer or the same person you're interested in. Instead of reading that on your screen, where it will just become a forgotten moment, you know, you are actually celebrating and creating a new moment for yourself by taking the time conscientiously, choosing the time conscientiously to take it for yourself. And it will be lovely, and I assure you, you will be hooked for sure. And so I think especially at the moment where we are kind of missing a little bit the conversational aspect of just human normal interaction, it becomes really entertaining to read a magazine. So I hope that this little tip of magazines has helped you a little bit to use your time in a lovely way, because this is all we want, really, use our time in lovely ways. And I hope you will let me know as well which magazines you've chosen to go for. I do have a couple of magazines here. I really don't know if I'm allowed to show them, because my channel is really not about promoting anything. It's just about promoting happiness and positivity, which is something that should be for free, which is something from the mind, which is something we can create for ourselves. So it's just really about inspiring this and getting those motors active and going. So I guess that after all, I'm not going to tell you the titles of the magazines that we're subscribed to or the ones that I buy. But I do want to say that there are so many magazines out there. There is obviously interior design magazines, there are scientific magazines, there are sport magazines, there are nature magazines, there are fashion magazines, and entertainment magazines, and then there are of course the newspapers. I'm not going to say names, but if you become a subscriber to a good newspaper, you'll love the tradition of a Sunday brekkie and reading the newspaper, and you will notice, there are so many stories that actually make you laugh out loud, and it's joyful, and it's something that enriches us. Even if it is just for that moment, it is worth it. So I hope this tip of magazines and newspapers has helped you. come to new ideas and have as a little indirect but yet quite direct invitation to look at magazines and hopefully buy a little magazine and enjoy your magazine, enjoy your time for yourself, and doing things that become unforgettable. And then maybe in a year time this will be part of your routine, and you'll think back and say, oh yeah, I got this new tradition in my life because of lockdown, right? So on that note, I leave you for now, and I look forward to seeing you all next week, or you look forward to seeing me next week. But and until then, I hope to hear some comments and how you're getting on and which magazines you have chosen to, right? Okay, so take care, stay safe, stay sane, and see you soon. Ciao, ciao.